Hello everyone, I'm Beth and welcome to my channel Bourbon Creek Crafts. You're probably wondering what all this is in front of you other than just a big mess. These are vinyl scraps. So for the Smash Our Stash collaboration this month, it was free choice for our kind of theme or prompt, and so I chose vinyl scraps. And this is a collaboration that's hosted by myself and Teresa Russell from Fresh and Renew with Teresa. And basically it's a collaboration to help encourage you to use some of those items in your stash that get forgotten or tucked away, or maybe you just don't use anymore for some reason or another. It's just to kind of remind you about them and help you focus on them for at least 1 month, maybe dig them back out and enjoy playing with them again. But I cut a lot of vinyl for decorative blocks that my handmade business, Bourbon Creek Crafts, makes and sells. And so in the beginning, I saved all the little scraps from things. Now I do better at using the vinyl better so that I don't have so many scraps to save. But in the beginning, I saved everything. And so I'm going to flash a picture here as to what the mess looked like before it became like some cut images. I decided that since my folder was overflowing, I would work on trying to use up some of that vinyl. And I wasn't focused on using every square inch, but I did try and use, the bulk of whatever pieces I had. A lot of them were small pieces like this, like 2-inch by 2-inch squares. That's what the majority of them were. But then I also had a lot of strips as well. So I started by sorting by size and then by color, and then kind of went through all of the images that were in my silhouette design library. These are images that I've purchased over the many years that I've had a silhouette, so I had a good variety to choose from. I chose some really simple images to cut, things that I knew I could use on, a variety of projects in the future, but then I also did some fun layered ones and just tried to create a variety. So I'll start with some of the fun layered ones. Some of them didn't layer overly well, even though I sized them together, but I did a couple of these butterflies. They've got like a black layer, and this one is kind of hard to tell because it's like a darker purple. And then I've got these cute little chicks, some little flowers, poinsettias, and then some little bunny butts with tails. Owls, these were fun. And then I did a bunch of ghosts. Figure, fall's coming up. Can always use ghosts for Halloween. I also did a bunch of acorns, some simple balloons. Oh, these were my favorite. The little mushrooms with the face. Those were cute. And these little pumpkins. So nothing overly complicated as far as the layered pieces go, but just some, fun ways to use up the scraps. And then the rest of them are all very simple cuts. I took a lot of the strips and I was able to cut some words that we actually use for some of our blocks. So these are all vinyl words that can be used on block sets, or these hearts are also used on some of our blocks that we have. So that's good. That will kind of help me get ready to create here for the fall craft show season. And then I also did some simple things, like I created some vinyl strips. So these are like the Love from Lizzie strips, and I just did some of the basic colors for now, like black, tan, white. And then I also, and I've done this before when I'm cutting vinyl, I'll use up whatever space is left. A lot of times I'll make my own enamel type dots, so they're just little vinyl circles. But here I focus on, I don't really have any gold or silver circles, so I kind of focused on silver and gold and gray and pink for those. So those are great embellishments that can be used on cards, scrapbook pages, anything. I did a lot of stars, different colors, different types of stars. Did some flowers. I did a lot of sunflowers. I love sunflowers. Then I also did some like other basic flowers. I did some bats. Great for Halloween, and a few like tree silhouettes, spider webs, deer in different sizes, butterflies, like just kind of really simple. And a lot of times I would just cut the same thing out of just different colors of vinyl. A bunch of little bunnies, dogs, a couple different dog files, runners, and I did one horse, some turkeys, some pumpkins and gourds and leaves to get ready for fall, graduation caps, cats, I did some like hello words that I thought I could easily throw on a card. So some just different hellos. And then I have a bunch of random like I created this so that I could easily put it on something, decorate something in my craft room. This cute little farmhouse image with the animals stacked on top of each other. I did a lot of gnome silhouettes, some like leaf borders. Celebrate. I thought I could use that somehow for a patriotic decor. More gnomes. And then this will go, ho ho ho, will go together to make a little Christmas block with dog paw prints and more gnomes. So I probably spent the equivalent of a day cutting, like just going through and cutting all the vinyl, and then probably several hours worth of weeding. And even after all that, I didn't finish using all the scraps. I used all the teeny tiny scraps, which was good because that was the bulk of it. And usually if I'm looking through my scrap folder trying to find something to use for a project, I don't go to those little scraps. I go to the bigger pieces. So all those little bitty scraps are gone, and with the way I cut my vinyl now, hopefully that will be avoided in the future. But I do have strips left, but they are now at least sorted in color order, and then I have these bigger pieces left that I wanted to save. I didn't want to just use them up. I wanted to save them in case there was like a specific bigger project that I wanted to use. And then the same way with some of these strips, like if I do a new block set that I just need a long word, I can access these. At least now they're easily findable. So that is what I did for the July Smash Our Stash free choice month. And if anyone would like any sunflowers, dogs, bats, cats, bunnies, butterflies, if you would like any of those, send me an email to bourboncreekcrafts@gmail.com and let me know which, image you would like, and I'm happy to share these with you all because I have tons. But they'll be like first come, first serve. So like if all the dogs are gone, it's all the dogs are gone. But so anyway, again, dogs, sunflowers, bats, cats, bunnies, butterflies. If you would like any of those, just drop me an email, and it's also linked in the description box below, and I'm happy to send you guys some of those to share. But everyone else who is participating in this collaboration will be listed in the description box below. And again, it's free choice. So who knows what people picked this month. I'm always excited to see what people do decide to focus on our free choice months. Always seems to be a great variety. So please be sure to check them all out. And thanks for sitting with me as I sorted through my mess of vinyl scraps today. Hopefully, if you use vinyl at all and have saved your scraps like I did, hopefully you got some ways to just kind of quickly use them up and put them to use. Like, because any of these can be used on cards, scrapbooks, you could put them on decor pieces. They're very versatile. Like they make great stickers for, you know, paper craft projects, as well as attaching to, you know, wood or plastic or things like that. So anyway, thank you guys, as always, for your time today. Please, if you enjoyed this type of video, give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe. My channel is about trying to find ways to use things up, and I always try and show a variety of projects to help you use up primarily your paper crafting supplies, but sometimes I do, you know, dive into other crafting supplies as well. So if you haven't already subscribed but think this is something you'd be interested in, go ahead and hit the subscribe button as well. Thank you guys again for your time, and I hope you all have a very crafty day.